Okay, and then talking about your relevant skills and backing your skills up with experience, which is what we just talked about using the job search guide. And so I'll read this. This is an example of how to do that in a paragraph form. As an undergraduate student, I worked in a biochemistry lab under Dr. Flora Milliner, studying cellulose degrading enzymes for use in biofuel production. Through this experience, I learned important laboratory techniques, including X-ray and neutron diffraction and scattering, ELISA, and instrument maintenance. That was a tough one. So do you guys see how in this thing they're talking about not just that they've done lab work, but what specific skills they've learned from that lab work, using an X-ray specifically, or a neutron diffraction and scattering system, whatever those are that are relevant. Yes?
I was curious, like, if you name drop someone like that, like, do they have to be, like, on your reference page, like, when you...
Not necessarily, but in this situation, this Dr. Flora should probably have some connection with the job that you're trying to get, or the company that you're working for, so Dr. Flora is going to mean nothing to someone if they don't have a connection with it, so probably making sure that it's someone that has a connection would be a good way to do that.
And if you are going to name drop someone, just make sure you can kind of warn them that I would like to put your name on my application, or make sure that they do remember you and in a memorable way. The worst case scenario, they could go to this person, hey, this applicant mentioned you. What do you think of this candidate? I don't know this candidate. So that's the worst case that can happen. So make sure if you are name dropping someone, they remember you and they remember you in a favorable manner. Alright, so when you are doing your cover, like I said, we mentioned this throughout the presentation, there are a lot of candidates that are applying for the same position you can. You are 1 in 100 or 200, 300. So you want to make sure that you are not only unique, but true to who you are. It could be something as simple as your GPA. If you work through college 40 hours or like part-time, full-time, and you still maintain a high GPA, that is something to be very, very proud of, because not many people can do that. That's something that definitely sets you aside. It shows that you do know how to time manage. You do know how to set your priorities straight, and you know what is important to you. And it could be, again, something as simple as being very passionate in a student organization and going over beyond the limits of what the leadership position asks and how you have contributed to that organization. Again, that shows your dedication, your drive, and how you involve yourself into a position and how you accomplish certain goals for that position.
Another strategy you can use in this second body paragraph of the cover letter is being really specific and also telling a kind of story with your information as well. So an example here is someone who wrote, "In my past position at the YMCA, I assisted people of all ages, from children to older adults with problems they encountered, and I found smart solutions to help them. My supervisor often praised me for my communication skills and ability to relate to many different types of people." So you can even go a little bit more in depth for the sake of me not wanting to read a very long paragraph. We took out a little bit of where they mentioned a specific situation about helping someone at the YMCA, but kind of painting that picture in the reader's mind is what you want to go for no matter what career goal you have. And yeah, just making an emotional connection, making it sound interesting, not just saying that, hey, I have great communication skills and I help people out. You know, saying specifically how you help people, or whatever the case may be for you. So thinking about the cover letter as a way to really connect to the person who's reading it and say things in a different way. And for some people who aren't necessarily in majors where you write a lot of papers, or you have much experience with expressing yourself in this way, it's okay. Like, it's really hard to talk about yourself and what you've done. So practicing after this presentation and seeing examples in the job search guide or online, talking to a consultant, reaching out to us, you know, we could help kind of put it on paper if you're struggling with the telling a story part.
Sarah, Jules, and I both gave you different options on what to put in the middle paragraph, which is the body. And you picked whichever format or type of experience best fits with your character and your experiences. And last but not least, the last paragraph, which is kind of like the contact information. If they do like what you have presented so far and they want to go to the next level, this is where you show them how you can be reached if you have like a time restriction or you are at work a certain days. Make sure you acknowledge that, because when they do call you, you want to make sure they reach you. There's usually a lot of candidates that they want to go to the next step with, and they may not have the time to keep calling you repeatedly. So if you do list an email or phone number, make sure that it's specific and that it's something you check regularly. Thank them for their time, and if you enclose any other documents with the application, just make sure to reference it so they do know to look for it. And if it's not already mentioned somewhere in the cover letter before, just be specific what you're asking for, what you're looking to get out of, if it's an application, if it's a networking or prospecting cover letter, whatever your objective of that cover letter is. And again, this is an example, basically thanking the person and telling them that they appreciated the time to talk with them, and for them making a difference, they gave both email and phone number, which is usually very common, as we've seen in the good cover letter. I believe, yes, they did have both the phone number and the email, and just showing their appreciation that the person is taking the time to read their cover letter.
And you should all have this document, which I don't want to distract you and have you look at it now, but this is just an awesome way for you guys to get started or improve your current cover letter. It has different sentence starters for the intro, the body, the conclusion, and then as a little reminder of what we talked about today, the other side is basically a template of how the cover letter should look. So this is just for some reminders for you all, because I know we're explaining a lot today, but you can take a look at that after we talk today.
Okay, and then we're gonna do a quiz, so hopefully you guys feel like you have a better understanding of what the content should be, what the format should look like, how to figure out what exactly you should be highlighting. So we're gonna see how well you guys did. You guys have your phones or laptops. I don't know if you guys have ever done Kahoot. Has anyone ever done Kahoot in here?
So
Okay,
if you've been
awesome.
to a launch, yeah, more than likely.
Yeah. Then if you haven't, you'll just type in kahoot.it, and then it will come up, and then we'll give you the pin to put in. There it is, 476695.
I like the music. Yeah, me too. Jamming. A little Jamaican. Okay. Hopefully, is there anyone who doesn't have their phone or laptop?
Is everyone figuring out how to use it?
Feel free to use the nickname. It's always fun to
D Wade. Who's D Wade?
Oh, Pokemon
17. You guys are creative.
I like the black manga.
Is anyone not on there yet? We want to make sure we have everyone. So, oh, you're making your own notes? Trying to help you, Monica?
Does anyone else need help figuring it out? Awesome.
Alright, last call. Are we waiting on anyone? No? You want Yay. Okay.
Alright, so it's going to be 6 questions. What should you do before writing a cover letter? Triangle, research yourself. Circle, research the job. Diamond, research the organization. Or a square, all of the above.
Okay. Nice.
Awesome. So yeah, anyone who research the job is correct. You just want to make sure you research yourself and the organization as well. But good job, guys.
Great. All right. Oh, smiley
This
face.
smiley
First
face.
place.
Nice.
And you keep it.
So where is this phrase going to go in the cover letter?
Triangle, the first paragraph. Circle, the third paragraph. Diamond, the second paragraph. Awesome. So yeah, so that's your contact information, how they're going to get a hold of you. And we suggest putting that in the third paragraph. It's a good way to kind of end it and conclude it, and then hopefully have them reach out to you using that information.
Oh.
Smiley face.
Nice.
Nice. A cover letter can be 2 pages. So this is going to be a true or false. Triangle true, diamond false.
Whoa.
Nice, you guys did good. So yeah, we suggest that it should just be 1 page. 2 pages can get kind of lengthy, so you really want to make sure you're pulling out the most important highlights of your skills and qualifications that fit directly to that job, and not saying too much or making it go on too long, really staying to the point and showing exactly how you did it, and that's showing rather than telling. So yeah, good job.
Erica took the lead.
I saw your human resources assistant listing on EPAC, NC State University, job search tool. Should that go in triangle the first paragraph, circle the third paragraph, or diamond the second paragraph? That's quick. Nice, yeah, awesome.
Let's all do a round of applause for each other. We all got it.
All right. Oh, Erica still. Good job, guys.
It is okay to repeat everything that is on your resume. True or false?